How are you doing? I hope you're having a great day. Well, now Trump has been indicted for espionage, treason, keeping confidential, top secret papers in closets with copy machines, bathrooms with windows and toilets active. And we know Trump likes to put things down the toilet, and having general access to all of government top secret papers available to anyone who's in his Mar-a-Lago resort. I mean, they don't need to have a copy machine. All they need is a cell phone or anything similar, any type of camera, and they can go in there and just copy everything they want until their heart's content, because nobody's watching what's going on. So, as I predicted when Trump started his presidency, he would eventually be held on RICO charges and other criminal offenses because he approached the presidency as a mobster. And immediately after he got in, there were suspicions that he was colluding with Russia. He had secret meetings with Russia in the White House with no translator, no secretary or anything in there. And then, of course, he was having secret telephone calls with Russia using his own phone and the phone of others so that they couldn't be traced as to what he was actually doing. So he ended up getting into a problem with the FBI. And of course, we all remember the big James Comey years when James Comey was investigating the president and just had trouble because there were so many mobster and international problems with Russia, China, and so forth. And then Trump said, well, forget this, I'm just going to fire Comey. So he did. And his whole presidency was just like, mobster gets into the White House television show. It was a mess. It was a mess. And now he has riled everybody up, so they're against the FBI, which is crazy. The FBI has done so many great things, so many bad things too, but the FBI reacts as the president reacts. So if you have a bad president, if you have a president who's a racist, the FBI is going to be racist. If you have a president that is looking out for the country, the FBI will look out for the country. In the era of in the past, when we had the Kennedys, of course, they were not racist. They were looking out for the people. They had the nation first. And we all remember the trio of people who went down to register voters in Mississippi and were killed. These were young people, student age. One was married, had children. One was black, who was a student, and then another white who was also of student age. They were anticipated in Mississippi. They knew these freedom riders were coming. When they came, they held them up in the city until it was dark. Then they let them go. Then when they left the city, they were trailed by killers from the Ku Klux Klan. They stopped them on a deserted road, got them out there, got them out of the car, shot one in the head, then shot the other in the head. The third one, the black student, was captured, beaten, killed, and all of these boys were thrown into a prepared ditch. They already had this thing planned. They threw them in the bottom of a ditch, and there they rotted. Well, nobody would go down there. They were, beating up blacks with fire hoses, dogs, lynchings, shootings, burnings, everything. And who saved the day? The FBI. The FBI, whether they were racist or not, went in, found the boys, had to dig to the boys in the sweltering, humid Mississippi heat while the Mississippi sheriff and so laughed at them digging, and finally they found them and they were able to bring some justice. Well, I'm at the end of my battery life, so I have to end this, but I'm going to do another because June, it was in June, Mississippi burning, the FBI were the ones that saved the day. The FBI is not bad unless a president is bad.